Alright, so what we've got here is the Improved Racing CCS oil catch can kit for the 6th gen Camaro. What you get in the kit is 2 washers, 2 nuts, 2 barbs, a bracket that's specific to this vehicle. It looks like it's designed to go perfectly on the water fill neck bolts here. You get 2 hoses that are really nice OEM quality, OEM style fittings to connect, to kind of intersect the PCV system. And then you get the actual CCS catch can itself right here, which is actually a really nice piece. The whole thing's anodized aluminum. It's got a really trick mounting system here that's really super easy, but my favorite bit is actually how it locks and how you open it up to drain it. So you've got this, you can see this green anodized aluminum, almost like a sandwich plate, a tab that you use to pull it out, which opens up a gap here that you then use to push down, rotate, and then it pops off, and there you've got your reservoir for draining. So really neat, super simple, effective, and reliable. Some good engineering on that. So in looking at this, it looks like this might be the easiest catch can install of the century. So we'll put these washers here. We'll take the bracket and we'll go ahead and slide that on there. Thread this nut down on the stud and do the same here. I'll just do it finger tight, and then I'll come back with a wrench and make everything actually tight. And now we'll take the catch can, and we're gonna want the 90-degree barb on the out section of the catch can, which is at the top center. We're gonna thread that down, and the in, we'll want this straight barb. We'll thread that down as well. And I'm gonna take this retaining nut off of the center, put that right there for now. And we'll move this puppy here. And I'm thinking the line is gonna go kind of around this. This is a 2SS, and the 2SS's don't have the intake noise tube like the 1SS's do. The 1SS's, this plug is replaced with an actual plastic pipe that runs up to the firewall to give you some more intake noise. The 2SS's don't have that. So I'm thinking 1 notch above directly 90 degrees is kind of where I want this to loop around and go in there. So we'll thread this puppy on here. Again, none of this is tight just because I've got to go back and do everything. And let me take these 2 hoses. They are the same length. So the first one, we're going to want to take the out and maybe thread that like that. There's a nipple here that goes just behind the throttle body, so the high vacuum area. Typically the stock piece looks like this, that connects the PCV valve to the nipple right here behind the throttle body. I went ahead and took that off just cause. But so we'll put that on. So the out will go to the nipple on the throttle body. So that's going to be pulling air through the catch can. And we'll take this piece here, put it on the inside of the catch can, and we'll go down to the nipple on the PCV valve itself, and there you go. That's basically installed. So I got to do some zip tying and maybe, well, actually Probably good just like that. Well, there you go. That's the catch can install. One of the easier things I've done. But I've heard a lot of really good things about these CCS catch cans. I've not owned one before. This is the first one. But I know a few people that have them and have met a few people that run them as well. And they all say the same thing, that these collect much more oil per run time than any other catch can that they've used. Which says a lot of good about the design. You know, you saw it when I took it apart, or there's plenty of pictures online of and schematics of how this thing works. It's actually a really well engineered piece, not just, you know, a Coke can with some steel wool stuffed in it and two orb ports on it. You know, this is it's actually designed to do what it does as best as it possibly can. And you know, my thought is, when you spend thousands of dollars trying to get every little last bit of horsepower out of a car, or you know, you track your car like myself in really hot temperatures, things like that, you're constantly trying to fight detonation. And one of the biggest causes, most common causes of detonation is it can be oil in your intake air. So a couple $100 extra spent on a catch can that's going to do as good of a job as it possibly can to remove as much oil as possible from the intake air is money well spent. You know, when you spend, like I said, thousands of dollars on pump gas tunes and all the other bolt-on performance parts that you can spend money on these days, I think making sure your engine has good, clean, oilless air is often an oversight. So, you know, yes, it's a little pricey. Yes, it's a little more steep than your other catch cans that are out there, but it seems to do a much better job. And if it prevents detonation and lets me keep performance for an extra lap or two at Sebring when track temps are at, you know, 115 degrees, I'd much rather spend the money there than, you know, something that's just going to add more power and decrease reliability and increase consumable costs, things like this. This is just an easy mod. So anyways, the Improved Racing CCS oil catch can installed on the 6th Gen Camaro.